Good morning, welcome. It's August 30th. I'm out here in my garden and go over some of the success and failure this year and show you what I've got planted for the fall. First off, let me say it's been a bad year for me and tomatoes, and this is what I got going on. If you notice, the center part of the garden here has done quite well from the corn. Well, had rattlesnake pole beans here and they did exceptionally well. And if you notice, these 2 or 3 tomato plants here in this section are doing quite well. Except I got a worm on this one somewhere, a caterpillar. And that one seems to be doing pretty well. That's watermelon vine down here. That came up all on its own. And you see it stretches all over the place. I think I got one little melon down here. I won't find it. Where did I see that thing? Oh, there it is. Plenty of blooms. Haven't seen any melons yet. But it was like most things around here. They're blooming nothing. Little patch of peas over there. You see they're doing really good. And if you go down to this end, not so much. And this has basically all been deep mulch, no tilling. Except in spots. These tomatoes down here have been here since well, April. This one's been eat up, and you see the size of that tomato there. About all I've got out of them, but I'll keep pouring it on organic matter and keep trying to build it up. Here I planted some daikon radish to break the soil up, and some mustard. As I'm taking these things out, I keep scratching it out and trying to put some in. There's my 2 little okra plants, all that came up down here. 1 pot of okra, daikon radish here, planted at the same time as them others, and you see they're not doing anything. I don't quite understand what's going on with the soil down here. And this over here is going to be my wood chip section. Of course, I don't expect anything out of it next year, but I keep moving my comfrey for a border, and I got 1 plant up here I'll need to move. One over here in the center of the melon and the peas, and those 2 over there. And the raised beds. Actually, of course they did better than most of the garden. I tried out one of these things, and that's a kale there. That's cabbage. And if you see, I even got some carrots coming up down here. Over here in this section is where this all started last year with the straw bales, and those are striker green beans, and they have not done anything. I sprinkled some mixed green seeds out here. They're starting to come up. My collard plants are started in the house. Of course, they're getting eat up already. I have to get some BT. I've never used it, but I'm gonna try. Here's my zinnia. I sprinkled a few seeds and some milkweed and one other type flower out here. And these are the only things that came up. I'm gonna get rid of this thing. And these are the other 3 tomato plants that made it through that killing frost that got all my other ones. I just stuck them over here to see what they could do. And I haven't really got much out of them, but I think that's mushroom popping up over here. There's one big one back here. Yep. Anyone knows what that is, or if it's a good thing, let me know. A little round thing over there, I threw some cabbage and collard seed in to start. Back here, this is all mustard. You can see how it's up here toward the center. It's coming up really well. I believe that's comfrey coming back up. And up here on the high end, not so much. There's my big pile of wood chips that got whittled down. And over here in my birthday box is what I call this. The marigolds.